Look what I have created! I have made fire!
Yo, what up? My voice is still hoarse. I apologize. Probably should stop streaming for about a week to let my shit clear up, but
are you gonna though?
Probably not. So there you go. I'll see if it heals on its own. It's not as bad as it was, but it's still a little bit hoarse and shit like that.
Dude, so. Since I've had COVID, I get shit stuck in my throat and my voice kind of cracks a little bit now, and I'm like, man, what the fuck's going on?
For me, it was watching football and just being cheerful and shit. So that's it. And then like that combined with the fact that like I stream a lot and I do a lot of talking, it just never cleared up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So it's gonna it's probably gonna stay hoarse for a little bit. At least it's not as bad. Early in the week. It's funny because still when I woke up this morning and tried to talk, I was like, well, after a day of talking, then it clears up. So that when I get on here, it's if you heard me this morning when I woke up, you'd be like, go to the hospital, guy. Like, go get some help with your voice, man. Inhale some fluids or something and fucking get your shit together. But here I am on Friday night, still hoarse. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ACS Universe, man. Appreciate you guys stopping through. It is Fire Friday. Got a couple topics to talk about. It's something I am going to bring up that I thought was really funny because of what had went on the past couple of days. And so I almost don't want to bring it up. It was funny to me. Like when I saw it, it made me laugh. You know what I'm talking about, Phil. It was a certain ridiculous post that brought it. Didn't put a smile on my face. It made me laugh. And I was like, my voice already is shitty enough. So to hear me laugh in a shitty fucking, it was, I was like, yeah. And then obviously somebody was saying something about, I can't remember who was, it's the gray shit. What? Yeah. Well, yeah. I want to bring it up because it's, when I saw it, it made me laugh because it sounded absolutely ridiculous. So that's why it was funny.
You mean to tell me it sounded like a whole bunch of bullshit? Yeah.
So let's see who's up in here. What up? Hope it's been a good. Yeah, man, been good. Been good. What's up, no? Appreciate you stopping through. Yeah, been a good Friday, man. Like I was telling Phil before we went live, I didn't have to work today. Had a couple things to take care of, but didn't have to work. I did travel out to some of the when I'm off and have a little bit of time to ride around. In my little town, there's no Target and shit like that. So I did branch out to a couple of towns outside to see what their Targets had, because Target has some they have some jewels hidden there if you look hard enough. You know what I'm saying? So I went to a couple of Targets, didn't find shit. And so there's one thing that I do want, and I'll say it, the statue that obviously that Boss Logic and Jim Lee drew the drawing and Boss Logic did some shit to it or whatever. They have a statue for McFarlane Toys. I do want that, but I can order it, but I do kind of want to see it in my hands before I buy it, just to see what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the price point, which is not bad.
What's the statue of? What character?
It's Black Adam. It's Black Adam, but you know the one I'm talking about. Like it looks pretty close to the new one, to Black Adam, how it looks in the movies, but the gauntlets and stuff are different just because it was the concept art one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the one that Ryan got it for his birthday.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. So I kind of want to see it before I, purchase it or whatever. So that's why I hadn't ordered it yet, but I didn't see it out there. I saw a couple of other weird things that are just, if you've ever just went out shopping just to find collectibles and things of that nature, you see some weird shit. So
that's understandable.
It is all right. But got my workout in and all that stuff. So my Friday was all right, man. It was all right, man. So that's a line. Phil, how's your Friday going, man? I know you said you had to work this morning. You're like, fuck that.
Man, about halfway through my shift, I finished what I needed to do, and I was like, I should probably go home. Yeah. And talk to my boss, and I was like, yo, or anything that I'm working on, is anything coming through? And he's like, oh, you've got like 40 pieces incoming, this, that, and the other. I'm like, fuck, all right, I'll stay here and make more parts for it. No big deal. Just throw away my Friday, not go home, deal with this tooth pain. But hey, no big deal. No, I'm here. It's all good. It's Friday. I get to hang out this weekend.
Appreciate you making time to come on, man.
Of course, man. Always.
As always. Anthony Beltre said, what up? Was good, homie? Was good. And Prima says, let's go. Yes, sir. And Phil says it's fire. William Powell was good. And drink a bottle of Everett. Woo! Okay, so you already heard that. I said, woo! And it just disappeared. Everclear. I don't know about that.
That ain't it,
Chief. You know what? But he's probably right. It probably will clear my entire throat situation up perfectly. I'll be loud and clear. But will I be cohesive? Will I be able to talk? Probably not.
No.
Oh man. It said no, because can you throw a rock 10 feet in the direction here in Phoenix at a Target store? Say okay. Wow.
That's hilarious.
What's good, Ray? What's good? Yes, smash the like button. Appreciate y'all stopping through, man. Like I said, Fire Fridays, man. What is this? Oh man. Phone will be ringing and it'll be like
spam.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. So yeah, man, we're just chilling, man. It's Fire Friday. Like I said, we're gonna talk about a couple topics, couple things. You guys got any questions? Post them in the chat. We'll try our best to answer them and get this thing going. Let's see. I did want to bring up a couple things. Like at the beginning of the show, I like to bring up, like, if I saw a trailer here or whatever, nothing video game wise I saw this week that I wanted to really bring up. Where I did see there's a couple games coming out in close proximity of each other, and it's not just the Tiger Woods game and stuff of that nature, but between October 1st and the last day of November, just
my God.
Game.
Dude, like middle of October or like the tail end of October, I think it's the same week as Black Adam. Gotham Knights comes out, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then like 3 weeks later is God of War Ragnarok. A week after that, since I'm a huge Pokemon nerd, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet drop.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. Like you will see me hibernate. You won't see me fucking anywhere. I'm gonna be in my cave. I'm gonna be playing Ragnarok. I'm gonna be playing Gotham Knights. I'm gonna be playing Pokemon. I'm gonna have like 3 different screens up, playing 3 different games with 3 different controllers up in my shit, man.
Hey, man. Do what you got to. Hey, do what you got to do. Just make sure you come on here. We talk about the video games. I you know how much I love to talk about the games, dude. The games are just.
Speaking of which, it was in our our League of Nerds chat. We were talking about like games coming out and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, I saw today that Miles Morales is getting a PC port, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Give me a trailer to Spider-Man 2, Insomniac. That's what I want. I need more of that game pronto, ASAP now.
Yeah,
please.
It is dope. It's a prima. You say, yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna bring up that when I said that there's some things I see online sometimes that give me a chuckle. That was shit. The only game you're pumped for is next to Christ. Hey man, Assassin's Creed has mad fans. To each their own. It's for me, Assassin's Creed has been like the gameplay has always been fire and the graphics and stuff, but I think I played the first few and I kind of lost, you know what I'm saying, interest in them just because there's always one every year and there's things of that nature. But if you love it, that's on. Hey, do what you do, man. If you love it, be waiting in line when that shit comes out and get the game and play that shit. Let me know how it is, man. Maybe I'll make a return to that.
I think the last Assassin's Creed game I played was either 3 or 4 Black Flag. It was one of the 2. I don't remember which one it was for sure, but I know I've played both of those.
The last one that I actually purchased in physical form was Black Flag. The shit was dope until like a lot of stuff got to be repetitive in that game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, let me not that the game isn't that good. It's just a lot of stuff. I was like, let me move to something else. You know what I'm saying? Let me move to something else. So hey, if the new one comes out and it's dope, let me know, man. I might make a trek back to.
Well, I know a more recent one that's coming out. It's supposed to be based in like feudal era Japan, and I'm like, well, fuck, that should have happened a long time ago.
Oh, it is like samurai shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
it's like Code Red, Assassin's Creed Code Red, Project Red, something like that.
Oh, sign me up swiftly. Let's see, FIFA 23. Hey, dude, you know, man, not a big FIFA guy, but
Tekken.
The gameplay looks fire. Yeah, Tekken is dope. Yeah, Tekken is fucking fire. Let's see, James Earl Jones stepping back from voice. Oh shit, I didn't see that.
This news just dropped right before we started.
Oh, hey, if you can find it, Phil, let me know, and I will totally pull that shit up because that's and look, we'll just pull it up. We'll talk about it. Miles Morales too. Hey man, Miles Morales was dope, man. All right, let's see. The games have gotten so much better since the early ones. What system do you two play or buy? I have a PS4. If I find a PS5 and it's at a time where I can afford to like just drop some money on it, I would certainly get one. And I feel you have a PS5. Yeah, Phil has a PS5.
That I do. Yeah.
What other systems do you have? You have like.
So I built my PC in 2019. It can probably still run a lot of the current games coming out right now if I wanted to play them on PC, but I don't. Mm-hmm. I've got my PS5, which I got earlier this year. I have a Nintendo Switch. I'm thinking about getting the OLED, but I'm not really 100% on that yet. But I also have 2 PlayStation 4s. I'm a little retro. I've got a 3DS, but it's a 2DS. A 2DS that plays 3DS games. And then I've got a Game Boy Color, a Nintendo GameCube with the Game Boy player, and the disc to play Game Boy Color and Advanced games on. I don't have any Xbox. That's my brother. My brother has an Xbox One, or he might have an Xbox Series X yet. I don't know for sure, but that's all him. That's not me. Yeah, but yeah, I got with my PS5. Yeah,
that's dope. That's quite the spread you got there. You know what I'm saying? As for me, like I said, I just have a PS4. No disrespect to the Xbox. If you're an Xbox person, if you that's totally up to you. I think when I first started really seriously playing video games, it was like the PS2 and stuff, and so like. The only Xboxes I've ever owned have been given to me. So I've never been like a big Xbox guy. The only game that I did play on Xbox that I was like, please put this up. It's never going to happen because it's a Microsoft game. But Halo, when Halo came out and I used to watch people playing it, and I even played with people online with Halo. That's just dope, man. The original Halo games were dope. But never gotten. I've been a PlayStation dude for years, and I've said on this show plenty of times. Let's see. All right, I got you. Let's see. And let's see. Let's see. Okay, we got that one. Oh, he said you'll hook us up. Oh, okay. What you gonna hook us up with, man? Let us know. We're down for hookups.
I still got to get back to Nerd Costa Nostra and DM them my address and stuff. Sorry about that, Nerd Costa Nostra. I've been fucking busier than shit.
Oh yeah, let me bring this over here because this is a good topic to put in. I'll put it right there. All right. So like I said, there's a couple things I like at the beginning of the show to bring in. I mean, it's the fanfare is what it is about these topics that I bring in, but I do because it interested me. I did want to bring this up. So. There is a movie. You can say what you want about M. Night. Oh, here it is. About M. Night Shyamalan and his movies. Obviously, he made a big splash when he first came on the scene. He had The Sixth Sense, which is still one of my favorite movies of all time. It was put together so well. Everything about that movie is dope. And we've seen his career. We've seen the movies he's made. And we've seen M. Night Shyamalan movies, and we've seen the backlash that comes with some of the stuff that he makes because some people just aren't down for that. But hey, no, Crystal said no worries, man. So I did want to bring up though, he did drop a trailer yesterday for it was either yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday for his newest film, which Dave Bautista is part of the cast, and it's called Knock at the Cabin. And so I watched the trailer. and I was at work yesterday when I watched it, and I was like, this is dope. And then literally probably 2 hours after I watched it, my wife sent me an email, or she sent me a text, and it had the link to the trailer. We got to see this. And I was like, I already watched it. Yeah, we're going to watch this. So it's very interesting. And Phil, you said you hadn't seen it yet?
Mm-mm. Oh, well, I did see Rap Nerd share something earlier about another movie called Terrifier, and I guess that has a sequel coming out this year. I got to check out that first one because it looked wicked and kind of up my alley. So I'm going to check that out probably after I get off here. So,
all right, nice. All right, so let me get this up. So if you guys haven't seen the trailer for Knock at the Cabin, it is M. Night Shyamalan's newest film that doesn't come. It comes out February of next year, and this is the first trailer he dropped. I do remember seeing when Bautista got cast in it and shit, and he was really excited about it because he's, obviously Dave Bautista's trying to step away from the roles that are typical roles for him because he's a bigger guy and he looks like a superhero. So like he's stepping away, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm one who says the dude can act. From seeing him in the Dune movie and other things where he's taking a more serious role, Blade Runner 2049, all of that shit, he's impressed me. And so here is
yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I see a lot of people try and say that he, whatever he does is just more or less the same kind of character. I'm like, that's nonsense.
No.
He's not. I like Dwayne Johnson. A lot of his roles wind up being the same kind of character. But and even John Cena, like John Cena is the epitome of that criticism, straight up. Like everything he does, it's just John Cena as John Cena under a different name.
Yeah. And that's where, like, when people were saying about Bautista, about his acting, I was like, wait a minute, you're thinking about somebody else, because this dude has some fucking range. Like he can, like he's shown it to us in the last probably 2 or 3 years, and stuff like this is what's going to take him to the next level. So here, I'm gonna bring this up right now. Here's the trailer for, I don't know what check the classification means. It's weird.
That is I think that's for like it's part of an international trailer type deal because they don't do like PG-13. They do like Peggy 16 and a bunch of other shit like that. I could be totally wrong about that, but
okay.
That's the first thing I can think of.
That makes sense. Because when I first put it, I was like, oh, what? But here we go. So here is Knock at the Cabin, M. Night Shyamalan's newest movie. Very, very interesting. Like when I watched the trailer, like I said yesterday, I was like, I need to see this shit because it looks fucking good. So here we go. Phil, let me know if you can hear this when I play it. All right.
Are we gonna sing along?
Yes, of course.
Is that Jonathan Groff?
Yeah.
I wanna put on my boogie shoes.
Uh-oh. It's dope. It's pretty dope, man.
My name's Leonard. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Why are you here?
I suppose I'm here to make friends with you. Your dad's too. But my heart is broken.
Why is it broken?
Because of what I have to do today.
There is a woman carrying something that looks like a pick with a chain and a mallet head.
You see, the four of us have a very important job to do. In fact, it might be the most important job in the history of the world. We were called and are united by a common vision, which has now become a command.
Fucking Ron Weasley.
It's fucking dope, dude.
Oh my God.
Right here, to prevent the apocalypse.
What the fuck?
Naaman has been chosen to make a horrible decision. If you fail to choose, the world will end.
What the fuck? What the fucking fuck was that? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm there. That was
Day
wild.
one.
That's wild.
Yo, day one, yo, like when I saw it, like I said, I was at work and I'm trying to fucking watch this thing. And I'm like, oh, so what? Yesterday, once I got home, obviously we didn't break it up on Four Nerds last night or whatever because there was a lot of other shit to talk. But like, that trailer is ridiculous. That shit, the brother says fire. Yeah, dude, it's oh man, it's really good. And like you said, Ron Weasley. I was when I saw him yesterday, I was like, oh, what is really happening right now? And obviously, it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, so you ain't gonna find out until you sit in theaters. The date this comes out, I think it's February, whatever it is. February 2nd next year. So like you won't know. But this trailer was so interesting to me because I was like, what the fuck? And then look, the trailer would have been fine, except for at the last second, M. Night threw in somebody with a bag over their head. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you know, Batista was like, yo, somebody has to make a decision. What decision? Like, what is the, you know what I mean? Is it going to be like telling the little girl, pick your favorite dad? What the fuck is going on? Like, it's so absurd.
You're gonna have the girl pick whichever dad gets to kill you? I don't fucking know.
Oh, man.
Like, bro. Dave Bautista, Jonathan Groff, Rupert Grint, Ron fucking Weasley.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm there.
Yeah. It looks
and M.
good.
Night. Yeah, come on now.
He said, I still don't understand the premise of this film. Yo, I don't either. I don't understand anything what's going on, but it looks like this. It says a choice must be made. The choices sound catastrophic. And I don't even know what the choices are. It just looks bad. I see no because Bautista looks epic in this role. Glad to see Robert Agnes. Yeah, man. They Marcy. Yeah, I like it. We'll talk about it, you know what I'm saying, a little bit later. I'll get my thoughts on the latest episode or whatever, but I enjoy it. It's a slow burn, but it's good. It's good. But anyway, back to this trailer. Yeah. I was hold on, let me go back through here. The one shot that I will say this, hold up. Let's see. Hold up. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find this one shot of the. All right, here we go. Let's see. Bro, trailer's fucking crazy.
Dude, I'm still just fuck. What did I just witness? That I just felt like I just got slapped in the face.
Yeah, it's
in a good way.
Damn it, I'm trying to find that one fucking shot.
Just a straight up type of shit. Just oh my god. I'm just man, something else. That is fucking something else. Goodness gracious.
All right, here we go. This is the one shot from the trailer that got me. Is this one right here? Obviously, you see a lot of hair there. So I don't know. That's not either one of the dads or the young woman that was playing, you know, that plays her daughter or whatever. I don't know who this is. She's fucking look like she's smothering. Obviously, you see Batista here. Is that Rupert Grint? Is that
That's the woman. I don't know what actress that is.
Okay, but so we have her here, and let me go back through this. Some of the stuff was just. This is. Hold on, let me see. Hold up.
Has been chosen to make.
This is terrifying. Just off rip. Batista's a big dude. You got these two guys. They look fucking like, what the fuck? And, what do I do right now? And then obviously you have the daughter right here, and she's just like terrified of Batista, even though like we saw that scene where he came and shook her hand in the forest and things of that nature. So, yeah, man, this is insane, man. Look at this.
They all just look like they
look like some. And look, I don't know what the fuck's happened in this movie, but it looks like whatever force told them that they have to do this. They don't want to, but they have to. You know what I'm saying? Look at their faces. Look at their faces. Is this what's her name? Oh man, where's the fuck is she from? She was in something else, man. I can't remember what it was. But look at it, dude. They all look like, fuck, man. Do we have to kill all these people here? And who's telling us to do this? Let's see. Let's bring this down real quick. All right, so they say yeah. I'm so hyped. I wish so it's
based off a book, yeah.
It's off a book. Oh, so I read the book first and go to not know anything. Oh shit. Hold on. Don't spoil it. Let's say a couple named Andrew and Eric and their adopted daughter. It kept having their dwelling is invaded by four strangers named Redmond. Oh. Leonard, Sabrina, and Adrian, who take the family captive and tell them that to prevent the upcoming possum, one of them must be killed. Oh shit! All right. So okay, that's the actress. The actress is named Nikki. Hey, yo, that. Don't give anything else. Don't put any more spoilers in the chat, please. That sounds terrifying in itself. So I don't know how this is going to play out. Once again, there's one last shot of Batista and his I don't know if it's his fellow followers or what the fuck ever is going on. But that movie looks looks terrifying. Wild, terrifying. It's it looks gut-wrenching, and I'm looking forward to that, which is, like I said, M. Night Shyamalan, with his history of movies, you could either hate him or love him. He's come up with some fire ones, obviously Sixth Sense and things of that nature. Unbreakable was dope. And then I think he did some movies that were, I think, really original ideas that were good original ideas, but the movie maybe didn't take off like they hoped it would. Lady in the Water and things of that nature, which I while I don't love Lady in the Water, the last time I saw it, I was still like, it's all right. I mean, it's a stretch. It is, but it's, it is what it is. It's nowhere near his early work, which, Unbreakable is.
I think Unbreakable and what was the other one? Signs. They're probably in contention for his best.
Yes. Yeah. And while The Sixth Sense is dope as fuck, Unbreakable and Signs were so like, when they came out, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Dope as fuck. And you know what? Just because we mentioned that, let me do something real quick. I do want to bring this up, and I do like to shout out early works that I've been a fan of. And now that you mention that, I do want to bring this up because I think this trailer was absolutely incredible. And where's it at? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna bring this up. If you guys remember it, it's dope. The movie is absolutely phenomenal. Great performances all around. And here's fuck it. Let's shit. I know I canceled it out. All right, here we go. Let's do this. And here we go. Here's the trailer for Signs, ladies and gentlemen. Let's watch this.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
The movie? Oh, you seen
no?
The movie?
I've seen the movie. I've just never seen the trailer for it.
What can make geometric shapes the size of a football field?
And what kind of machine can bend a stalk of corn over without breaking it?
Can't be by hand. It's too perfect.
So the aliens can't read minds.
Oh.
Some animals around the county have been acting funny. Some of them violent. It's almost like they act when they smell a predator around.
Amman, Nairobi. in Jerusalem as the
Same
latest.
shows on every station.
Every station.
It is the 18th reported crop site in that country in the last 72 hours.
I'm a little scared. All this stuff on TV. Joe Gills was in here talking about the end of the world.
They're staying in the shadows. It's called probing to make sure things are all clear.
Clear for what?
For the rest of them.
There's a monster outside my room. Can I have a glass of water?
I love that part. I love that. Oh, that music.
Ground forces are being assembled. What's happening? Don't be afraid. It's like War of the Worlds. Believe.
Oh, you talking about that scene in the closet? That shit was dope.
Here it comes. Don't be afraid.
Damn, that movie's 20 years old. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's fucking great. Yeah. Nah, so I just want to watch that since you mentioned Signs, because Signs is absolutely incredible.
If there's anybody who knows how to create a sense of suspense, it's M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes,
especially in the form of a trailer.
Yeah, it does. He does. Let's see. If I'll see y'all in the cinemas. Yes, indeed. To see that newest one, yeah, it's fine. The Happening and The Visit are a bit of a trip. The Happening, that's. I didn't like it that much, but The Visit was good. The Visit was absolutely incredible. I did love The Visit. Wait, what?
I saw the leaked season 2 trailer of Loki, and I saw the leaked first half of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
The whole first half?
The whole first, well, not the movie, but of the trailer. Like, there's somebody on TikTok just leaking this shit left and right, and I'm like, can somebody please do Ant-Man Quantumania, please?
Yeah. Let me see that.
Let me see.
Where's the I don't want to put no leaks on here because you don't never know what could happen. But anyway, so I just did want to look at that. I did want to look at Knock at the Cabin trailer just because I thought the movie was interesting, and I thought that it looked very, very like I can't wait to see it when it comes out. And so obviously, let's move to some shit that happened yesterday. Obviously, we could talk about when it comes to Black Adam, right? There's a lot of shit that's going on, and look, I have and not hiding it. I have been I've been clapping on the rock a bit lately, probably over the past 6 months, and because he gave early in the Rock's career, especially once he. Probably in like 2014, 15 type of round where you probably figured he was playing Black Adam. And there was a lot of stuff still out there or whatever. He hadn't got BVS yet, things of that nature. But he was still out there advertising that he had meetings with Warner Bros. Or whatever. I just, I always thought that Dwayne Johnson ran shit, right? Like he just, and what's happened in the past probably 6 months has kind of swayed my opinion. Like maybe he doesn't. Because certain things have happened that it seems like it's out of his control. And he's still trying to promote his movie, which I am very looking forward to. If you do not know that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Come on,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have a Black Adam t-shirt on night, but I normally I am fucking. You see him right there. I am the hype for me as far as Black Adam goes is way the fuck up here. So so obviously we see where he dropped. There was a teaser. A short trailer that came out yesterday morning, and it had a little bit of disgustingness in it, which was some shit from Justice League was in the trailer, a little very, very small clip, in which it's been up for debate as far as was that on purpose or whatever. I still think it's on purpose. There's the only people that would notice that was in the that in the trailer was from that particular movie is us. Because we're well versed on that type of shit. So I think to put that in there and to think that it was just a fuck up or whatever, I'm like, to me, no, you're trying to piss off a certain group of people, and it's because there's only one group of people that's going to notice that, and we noticed, and obviously, The Rock changed it, and while I commend him for having that shit changed, obviously he came out with the tweet that said corrected and blah 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 and all of this other stuff. And I commend him for that. I'm thankful that he changed it, obviously, but and I said it last night. Anybody who's out there saying he's gangster for changing it, no.
He's gangster for giving a fan free tickets to the movie coming.
That is dope, and we'll look at that in a bit. Yes, we will. That is fucking dope. Yeah, we'll look at that. But as far as changing the thing, that's just good on us. That's good on him. Good on us. But when I see people, giving him mad props for doing it, I'm like, if he was really gangster, we would have saw a dark side of that trailer instead of what we did see, which was a little clip from Black Adam or whatever. So while I'm very glad that he changed it, I'm glad that they heard it. And like we talked about yesterday, it took his account a while before it was taken down and the new one was put up because of, the dude's probably busy all day, and it was probably him that said, nah, we need to change this shit. And so it took a while before it got changed, but it did get changed, and I do like it. We'll look at that in a second too. But Phil, what do you think, man? As far as I'm concerned, I am thankful that he did it. I'm glad he listened to fans, but relax on The Rock fucking did that. Okay, calm down. If he was really about that business, you know what I'm saying.
For sure, yeah.
We would have seen something from Zack Snyder's Justice League in that teaser instead of what we did see.
I saw the trailer initially when it came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It had like the few seconds of, Justice L, right? And it's like at first it was like blink and you'll miss it. I couldn't quite tell.
Me too.
If it was the Steppenwolf shot or the Dark Side shot. I'm be completely real because I saw it on my phone. It was way too small for me to even look. And then I think it was Frank in our group chat. He showed us, a still of it. It was fucking Jeff and Wolf. And I was like, okay, that's fucking weak sauce. So the fact that so many vocal people were just like, yo, dude, fuck that movie. Get that shit out of here. And he was like, yank.
Yep.
Corrected. I was like, cool. That's great. I'm kind of right there with you. People are kind of getting a little too high on their horse and being like, oh, he's gangster for that. He's cool for that. That's kudos shit. Some gangster shit would have been putting in something from Zack Snyder's Justice League, because that's the fucking director's cut. That is the man who was supposed to make the Justice League movie, not the fucking dimwit who came over from Marvel at the behest of the goon and the ball cap. Right? So like for me, I'm like, yeah, cool. You fucking reprimanded a mistake. That's great. That you're already doing more work to please your fans than fucking Warner Brothers proper ever did.
Yep.
Definitely. But I'm cool with it. Like, I'm looking forward to this movie. Glad that every step of the way, every criticism they've taken, they've altered it in some fashion. There's no more piss filter. There's hardly any of the humor in any of the fucking trailers now. Yeah. It's I'm gonna watch the movie, and if Superman's in it, cool. But that's not my main concern. My main concern is watching Black fucking Adam. I've waited years to see Black Adam. I've wanted Dwayne Johnson to be Black Adam for quite some time, and I'm glad he's Black Adam. But that does also kind of come with the caveat of Dwayne Johnson being one of those actors who's like, I can't lose in any movie if I'm the main character. And I'm like, but Chief, you're Black Adam, and Black Adam gets his ass whooped on a bit of a regular basis. So you're one bad motherfucker. There's no denying that. Black Adam is one bad motherfucker. No denying that. But when it comes to who can hand whose ass on a platter, you won't put up a good fight. But Black Adam still loses at the end of the day. He'll put up a damn good fight, but he still gets clowned. I'm sorry. Like, I love the character dearly to some extent or another. I've seen him across a couple different mediums, and he is a worthy foe. There's no denying that. And this movie really feels like it's positioning him as I ain't no hero, but I ain't no fucking villain either. But I'm kind of a villain. So y'all better get with the program. And I kind of want that. I hope they do that. I kind of hope the first half of the movie is him bitch slapping the JSA around quite a bit.
It looks like it might be. And And look, we've seen the teaser trailer where he like melts old dude, and there's some of that in this we're about to watch. But Yeah, no, I'm trying to find something and I can't fucking find it. Let's see. I know I retweeted yesterday and I still can't find that shit. Anyway, I was trying to find there was something put out that in certain theaters that you'll be. Oh, here it is. All right. So anyway, I did want to bring this shit up. If you and I think Joey said he looked and it might be just AMC theaters. If that's the case, go see it at the AMC. A lot of times, a lot of stuff that movie theaters put out to promote certain movies when it comes to popcorn buckets and things of that nature. The Batman thing, I was fire. The head, you know what I'm talking about with the popcorn, that shit was dope. Joey was generous enough to send one to me. And so here's something else that came out. It says, never thought popcorn looked so cool. Theaters are selling these to fans of open night. Brilliant, count me in. The hierarchy of popcorn is about to change. Okay, relax. October 21st. So obviously you got this right here, which is a popcorn bucket. It looks like obviously when this shit loads, this is more detailed than I've ever seen a popcorn bucket in my entire life. So like I do want one of these for real. Like I do. Hopefully I get to catch one at theaters because it looks pretty dope.
Does it say what theater chain this is going to be exclusive
I think
at?
Joey looked it up and he said AMC is what he found. So but he's not saying that's in concrete stone. So maybe it's at somewhere else too. But if it's AMC, I do have one of those that I do frequent as far as seeing movies. So if that is the case, I do want that bucket. It looks dope, and you can see the popcorn through the fucking lightning bolt, which is fire. So that's just something I did want to bring up. So if you guys are going to see Black Adam at AMC and you'd like to get one of these dope ass popcorn buckets, by all means check that shit out because it does look dope. Let's see. To me, probably with marketing put just probably, man. That's my only thought. Is just it's the same thing that came with the Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer that went on like they didn't promote the shit or whatever, unlisted. That's the same thing. Somebody purposefully did that. There's not there. If you think that was a mistake, get out of here. There's just no mistakes there. And this one too is probably maybe Dwayne was expecting a little, minute-long trailer to come out that day. And obviously he trusted whatever the team is that puts that shit together to put it out the way he wanted it or whatever. I don't know. Like, I'm not behind the scenes. And then they dropped it and he saw it and he was like, wait a minute. Or he probably didn't say, wait a minute. He saw the fans' reaction to it and was like, what's all this? What's going on with this? And they probably showed him, this piece right here comes from this particular version of the film that nobody likes or whatever. So maybe he was like, oh, let me change that, which was good on him. Look, like I said, I am very, very appreciative to Dwayne Johnson for changing that and to retweet it with the corrected fist bump. And I literally sent a fist bump back like, hey, this is what you do when you listen to the fans. My only thing was relax. Relax. I've already said it enough times. Relax. So there's that. Let's see. Yeah, the hierarchy of popcorn. He said, "What the fuck?" Yeah. So I do want one of those buckets.
Buttercorn in that bin. Damn.
Yeah, it looks fucking.
I love buttercorn.
Yeah, just fucking yeah. So anyway, let's see. All right, here we go. So obviously we were talking about what happened with that one with the Black Adam stuff yesterday, and obviously the trailer was re-released, and this is the one we're going to play now, which is the Legacy trailer, which it shows. Obviously, it does show a bunch of BVS shots and things of that nature, but it's minus that one particular shot that everybody was pretty upset about. Including, it kind of bothered me a bit that they put that in there. But here we go. Oh shit! I'm get it?
I can't hear it now.
Oh shit! Hold up.
Start it over. You screwed up.
Yes, I did. I fucked it up. All right, here we go. Tell me if you can hear this.
No.
All right. Oh, hold on. All right. My bad, y'all. Give me just a second. Oh, I see why. All right. Now, here we go.
There we go.
Before a world of heroes and villains, one power ruled it all. Black Adam.
He's been asleep for 5,000 years.
Black Adam.
We're here to negotiate your peaceful surrender.
Nor do I surrender. These powers are not a gift, but a curse. Born out of rage.
You have two choices.
You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior. Black Adam. Rated PG-13. Only theaters October 21st.
Yep. So we shall be waiting for October 21st. Yo, real quick, open up the ticket sales, please.
I'm sure that's going to happen here in the next couple days.
I hope so.
You have to imagine that's the plan.
I mean, I do have. I've already taken the days off work for this, but I'm like trying to, you know what I'm saying, organize, you know, whoever I'm gonna take with me or whatever. So I do need, you know, and I can't remember how far ahead of time other movies have put their ticket sales out there, but this is it. Well, what's today's date? The 23rd. So we're a little less than an exact month from Black Adam. Yo, put the ticket sales out there, man. Let me get those.
I think with recent movies, I think Doctor Strange's sale went up a month or 3 weeks before the movie came out.
Oh man, did we get clapped? I said rest in peace to Strange.
Ah, shit. No way. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, we got clapped up for showing Black Adam.
Fucking Warner Brothers. Fucking Warner Brothers, man.
Yeah, we'll keep going here for a second. I'm sure they'll put us back on. They're clapping on us hard. Damn, dude, we showed that on Four Nerds last night. Didn't even get touched.
Yep.
I don't understand what the fuck's going on with that, but yeah. Considering I make zero money from this stream, so that's yeah, it is. It's kind of weird. Maybe it was our pre-talk before we showed it. They're like, wait a minute, you were talking, but yeah, relax. We're giving our opinion, so fucking chill. Anyway, so that was a Black Adam Legacy little teaser trailer. It was only a minute long. It's kind of a mix between a teaser and a trailer. So that's something I did want to bring up, just to, you know, talk about it because of what happened yesterday when they released something and they had the little Justice League stuff in there and then they changed it. And there was a lot of conversation going on about that. Let's see. Wait, turn that off. Yeah. So let's just move on, man. Let's move to Andor. All right. Let me bring this up real quick because I did have some spoiler shit. All right. So we're going to be talking Andor. Obviously, we've seen the first 3 episodes dropped on Wednesday. I watched the first 2 episodes on Wednesday, watched the third one yesterday, shortly before we went live with Four Nerds and things of that nature. And you've seen Andor.
We're back.
Oh, we're back? Oh, okay, good. Okay. So we're talking Andor. We're about to start talking Andor anyway. But so Andor spoilers for the series. There's 3 episodes dropped Wednesday. And like I was saying, I watched 2 episodes on Wednesday, the last one yesterday before Four Nerds. And you've seen Andor, right?
Yes, I have seen all 3 episodes. I watched them back to back Wednesday night.
Nice. So look, man, obviously Andor, we know what happens to the character. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of people who got to see 4 episodes of it way ahead of time, maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that, where it was like, you know, they had their thoughts on it or whatever. And look, man, yes, we do know what the ultimate finale for the character is. We've seen it in Rogue One. We do know what happens. Spoilers if you haven't seen Rogue One. If you haven't, sorry, you're here. He perishes doing the work of the rebellion. And so, yes, that's what happens to him. Does that, for me personally, a lot of people just dismiss this series because they know what happens to him. I'm like, no, man. And I did say yesterday that there's a line that he delivers to Jen Erso in the movie as far as right after she figures out that he was about to assassinate her father. You know, he says something along the lines of, I've been in this thing since I was 6 years old. Like, fucking, what do you know? Like, what have you ever fought for? Things of that nature. And I've always thought that line was very interesting and very, like, what does he mean by that? I just wanted to know what he was talking about. Didn't think I'd ever get it because I was like, there's no way in hell like they're gonna do just an Andor movie by himself. But obviously, you know, we got the announcement last year that appreciate that, Anthony, man, appreciate that.
A couple years ago, it was like 2019, I think.
Okay, yeah, well, okay. When they announced that there would be a series for Andor, yeah. And so I was like, oh shit. Like, I'm interested in that. Like, and look, if you've seen Rogue One, right, and you see Andor, the way he comes into the movie, and him in this entire movie, you could sit there and watch that and think, okay, but his backstory is probably full of a lot of espionage and a lot of just really like slow moving type of shit like that. For me, I was like, that sounds dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let me get into the nitty gritty of the rebellion. Let me see, you know, how he got to the point he was at in Rogue One from wherever he started. And the series did a good job of that. I absolutely loved the first 3 episodes. Obviously, the third one sped it up a little bit when it came to the action, and you got to see, like, okay, going forward, it's probably not going to be as slow as the first 2 episodes, but the first 2 episodes needed to be on that level to show you that where Andor stands, where he's at. Obviously, like we saw the one dude who was like, yo, clean up, get the fuck out of my junkyard. He was borrowing that ship every night, I guess. And the dude's like, clean that shit up. You can't use it no more. Get the fuck out of here. And so stuff like that was interesting to me. Like, I was like, oh shit. So he's not loved by everybody. He's kind of a fucking kind of a dirtbag in some.
He's kind of a sleazy motherfucker. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And so, like, some of the moves he makes, obviously we see the end game in Rogue One, but from his original beginnings, I thought the way that they slowed this shit down was so fire. And meeting the characters in the way they did, the 3rd episode with the fucking clanking on the side of the damn things was fucking dope. I like that a lot. And obviously, this is one of the things that I did love about it a lot. The thing I love about it the most was you're not beat over the head with Star Wars. Obviously, it looks like Star Wars, but they don't have to throw a random Stormtrooper helmet in the back corner to let you know this is Star Wars. They don't do any of that. They literally say, here is Andor. This is his world. This is Star Wars. You already should know that. We're not going to beat you over the head with Star Wars. We're going to let you experience this dude's world. And I thought that was absolutely incredible because the other series, obviously, and as much as I love the Mandalorian, because I think the Mandalorian is absolutely fucking fire. The Book of Boba Fett, there's some fire things in there, but I don't like it as much as the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian still makes it a point, even when that series first starts, the first episode, we're going to let you know we're in Star Wars, as if the Mandalorian suit doesn't already let you know we're in Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
The same deal with Obi-Wan Kenobi, too.
Yes, it's the same. Yes. As if we didn't know by the fact that it's called Obi-Wan that it's in Star Wars. Let us make sure we show you stormtroopers. Let us make sure we show all of this other extra shit that Andor doesn't do. And I think a lot of people who don't like it is because they're not doing callbacks, cameos, Easter eggs. They're literally showing you a really gritty story. And I absolutely love it. Phil, what you think about Andor, man?
I mean, to just kind of touch on the point of, just how they're presenting Star Wars, right? Like, they started with The Mandalorian as their first Disney Plus series. Then they moved into Book of Boba Fett. There's 2 levels of familiarity there. With Mandalorian, you've got, the blend of all 3 generations of Star Wars being prequel, sequel trilogy, and original trilogy all kind of rolled into one, with certain characters coming back from the past, and certain characters coming in from the present, and certain characters that may or may not inform the sequel trilogy. And then you've got Book of Boba Fett, which is a very clear nod to the original trilogy in a lot of ways, and even the prequel trilogy in a lot of ways as well. And then you get to Obi-Wan, which is a straight up nod to the prequel trilogy. But then you get to Andor, right? Like Andor, and the way I think they're kind of rolling out Star Wars now is like, we got Obi-Wan earlier this year, and that was very much like our familiarity within Star Wars, what we're kind of familiar with, what we knew about Star Wars to some extent or another. It's like, oh, wow, look at the thing I remember to some extent. Yay, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan, yeah, cool. But then we get Andor, right? Andor touches on things in Star Wars that have not been at all addressed. Like, what was it like to watch the rebellion form? What was it like to watch the Empire have a fucking grasp on the galaxy? What was it like, and how did it affect everyday people? And what prompted people to look at the Empire and go, you know what? Fuck you. This is done. I'm done. I'm going to fight back. That's exactly what Andor is. Andor is Cassian Andor looking at all the shit going on around him going, this ain't fucking it, Chief. I can't stand any more of this shit. But at the same time, like, he's trying to make some stuff happen, and he's going past broke to make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, homie's in debt to like 6 or 7 different
people. He's like, yo, I'll get you that money by next week. Or yes, that part is, I find it humorous. It's also very good to bring the story along. Is that particular aspect of it is that he doesn't have the credits for this shit, but he's basically he's writing checks that his ass can't cash. You know what I'm saying? He just
exactly. And even so, like I'm going to continue to say this about Andor is like it is boots on the ground in the best way possible. And hot damn, if the cinematography doesn't draw you in, the fucking story is already just slow. It's a slow burn in the best way. But you know what? You get literal, I wouldn't say character development, but you get moments and you get understanding of why this character is the way he is and will become the character we know him to be. And the flashbacks cutting back to his past and how he was taken from Kenari to now, and how that's going to inform things going forward. Like, essentially, you know, we're opening up to this idea that he's looking for his sister, because him and his sister obviously got separated at some point on Kenari. You know, he gets taken off by the woman that's his mom. I don't really remember the character's name. Forgive me. I only just saw the 3 episodes. Right?
I know you're talking about that.
But I'm wondering, like, well, what the fuck happened to your sister? Like, was she picked up by the Empire and then defected from them? Like, what's going on? I want to know. And then you bring in, you know, Stellan Skarsgård, and that dude's just written bad motherfucker all across the board.
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah. Obviously, Stellan is fire actor. We've seen him for years. The dude is just absolutely an incredible actor. You know, from Dune to he just does it. And so when he came in this one, and I felt kind of stupid when he first came in, like when it first showed him at the beginning of the episode, I was like, oh, that's the buyer. God damn it. Like, you know what I'm saying? How did I like not get that from the, you know, and then, but we saw that entire scene with him meeting Andor for the first time and that thing, yo, that entire set design was fire. The way they put that together with the shit falling from the ceiling to have them barely, narrowly escape was absolutely incredible. And I was like, yo, this is good. This is really good. And what you were saying about his sister, man, that's it was a thing where he can at some points in time, Andor could blame the like you said, I can't remember her name neither, the one who plays like his mother figure. Does he blame her for the fact that he's never seen his sister again? She did take him from that planet, but when they took him, they sensed that they saw on their scanners that a ship from a ship was approaching from the Republic.
So like 10 minutes, right?
Yes. So they had to go, and she was like, I'm not going to let him die, which is, it's cool. It's a cool thing. But if that makes its way back in there, that's also fine. And you know, obviously there's little scenes where she's in there with the 2 guards they left behind, and she's like, you know what happens when it stops, right? And they're like, what happens? And you know, it stops, and they're like, oh shit, and they just bail out of the fucking thing. So all of that shit put together was dope. And obviously what you're talking about with like the look, man, the look is so like
poignant.
It's yeah, man. Like, as opposed to the other Star Wars series on Disney Plus, when you see someone walking through, and obviously it's a set, you know what? Don't make no mistake about it. These are sets. When people walk through the sets on Andor, it just looks way more natural than it did in Kenobi when Vader was walking up the alley and you know what I'm talking about in Kenobi. The set just looks way more natural than that did. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the show, and you know, I think everything's going to speed up from here going on out until we get to the last episode of this season. But the way they started it off was you had to start it like that. You just had to let everybody know, yo, this is who he is, And back in the day, I Googled it, and I'm sure I'm not the only person who Googled it, because when I did Google it, it popped up with so much shit. I was like, other people have Googled this. I was like, why are there no subtitles with the with young Andor and that tribe on that planet?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
And I go and they said they on purpose they left it out, which is cool. It's cool because now like you have to interpret what they're saying off just of expression and like emotion and things of that nature, which was dope. And also they said that the creators of the show, this wasn't them saying that, it was just a fan theory, was that they wanted to make sure that the viewer knew that where he was at when he was a kid is far different than where he's at when the show starts. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's dope. So I don't too much mind them not showing a subtitle. I like to know what they were saying, but the fact that they're not is leaving a lot up for interpretation. In which the young actors who are playing those roles are good enough to the fact where I'm like, I can kind of tell what they're thinking just because of the looks on their faces and the way that they present their lines and things of that nature. So, I thought it was dope, man. And
I think, even the story is it's gonna continue to be like an escalation, because it starts off with Andor getting away from this other, like, I want to say it was another planet.
Yeah,
I think it was another planet, right? And he's he gets caught up by two of these low-level guards, and they give him a bunch of shit because he got to get first dealings at this dive bar or whatever he went to first, and all he was doing was just looking for information on his sister, and then these two like low-level asswipe fucking.
We were here first.
Yeah, right. Like they're giving him gruff, and he winds up fucking murking them both, and he's like, "Fuck it, fuck, let him find me."
Yeah,
and then that in turn, you see it. You even see it like how that affects the other guards in that same sector, right? Like the head one's just like, fuck it. He basically calls it what it was. Like he was like, look, they were messing with someone they shouldn't have been messing with. As far as I'm concerned, they got what they deserve. Let's just write this off as an accident.
And he also mentions that those are some shady dudes anyway. He says, which I was watching that like, okay, and it's cool, but then obviously you have the one lieutenant or captain or whatever he is, one officer who's like, no, we need
justice.
Justice, yeah. And it's so funny because we saw what happened to him in the third episode. Andor came up behind him, scared the fucking. I'm surprised he didn't piss his pants. You know what I'm saying? That would have been funny if they would have showed him pissing his pants. And he just folds. He's give me your comm unit. He crushes that shit, and
Drop
it's just
your weapon.
Yeah, drop your weapon, all of that stuff, and then obviously afterwards. So he strikes me as, I was trying to think of other series I've watched with a character sort of his that I can like, compare him to, because he's going to be that dude the entire series. It looks like he got defeated on that planet. They escaped. So now his only the only thing that's going to fucking help him sleep at night is if he gets to Cassian before this series is over. And obviously we know that's not going to fucking happen, because I don't think I've ever seen that actor in any Star Wars movie. Like
when we see Cassian in Rogue One, because I literally just watched it the other night, right? Like he zeroed in. He knows what he needs to do. He's got all the focus. He's got all the right know-how. In this, none of that's present at all. But when we're introduced to Skarsgård's character, I'm looking at that whole relationship. I'm like, oh, this is going to be Solo and Beckett 2.0. This is going to be, you see him learn what he knows from him, and it's going to end one way or another. And I don't know how it's going to end, but I've got my suspicions, and I'm hoping for an outcome. Just put it to you that way.
Yeah. Thinking of that particular, it probably is. And the way he was talking to him, and obviously, like, we know as the viewer, when Skarsgård was talking to him, like before, as they were trying to make the deal or whatever, like talking to each other, they don't trust each other, whatever. I just thought like, oh man, he's like, no, he's like, I know about you. I know what you can do. I'm here. Basically, he was here for him, because he's like, the box, who gives a fuck about that box? Let that shit get destroyed. But you could make a big difference. Like, you could fucking do this if your heart's really in it. And obviously, like you just said, at the beginning of Rogue One, he is a fucking soldier of the resistance. Like, fucking, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't found his way there yet. And they did confuse me a bit on the third episode when and I hate calling his mother because it's not, But when her and that dude first stepped in the ship, I didn't recognize how much younger she looked.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I heard the banging. I was like, what is going on? What are they doing? And then, obviously, they meet those two scenes together, which is dope. I did like the way they ended it, where you see him with her leaving that planet, and then, obviously, him leaving the planet with Skarsgård's character. So, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the rest of Andor, and I hope that they still keep it on a level where it's like, this is Star Wars. We do understand that, but we don't, obviously we'll probably see some stormtroopers and shit along the lines of that maybe later, but you don't have to tell me it's Star Wars for me to know it's Star Wars. And that's even evident by the logo. When it pops up, you see that planet, and then the logo shows.
You see the Rebellion logo.
Yes, and it just says
saying,
Andor.
yeah.
It doesn't say Star Wars Andor or anything like that. It just says Andor. And that's pretty fucking dope. I did see, as you can see, I got me a damn, t-shirts are so much out there, dude. I'll go somewhere and I'll see so many t-shirts. I'm like, oh, that's dope. Oh, that's fire. Damn it, dude. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? T-shirts, they're more expensive than they used to be. I'll tell you that much.
Back in the day. $20.
Yeah, man. And look, I don't know if you have Kohl's where you live at. It's a store called Kohl's. It's kind of a department store. Most of their graphic tees are, most of their graphic tees are 2 for $20, right?
Yep.
So you go in there, you find 5. And so Hot Topic, they'll get some dope ones. Hot Topic their deal used to be so fire.
If you're going to go to Hot Topic, either use your coupons they give you at the register or go to the clearance section. Clearance section always has some fire fucking shirts. That's where I found my Scream shirt. That's where I found my Crow shirt that I gave to my best friend because I know he's a huge Crow fan. I think it came out to like $30-$40 for like 4 shirts.
Yeah. That's a fucking killer. That's a killer fucking deal.
But my stupid ass went to GameStop the other day. I got a Legend of Zelda sweater off the clearance section, right? And then I got 2 Funkos. It was like fucking $50-$60 total. And then I put money down for Gotham Knights. So it ended up being like $70, bro.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, GameStop is I think when it comes to GameStop, as far as like Funkos and stuff like that, I think they're a tad. I think like their McFarlane figures, they aren't $20 like at Target or Walmart. They're like $22.99. You know what I'm saying? So they upcharge it just a bit. But yeah, I saw so many t-shirts today, and I ended up getting my wife a couple of. I did get her damn it, I should have took a picture of it and showed it on here. I did get her a House of the Dragon shirt from and Target has good shirts too. Target shirts are fucking mad expensive. What is it? Did you see something new come out? What happened? You were doing like this. I was like, oh shit, what happened?
Oh no, I was covering my mouth.
Okay, you good. But yeah, so I did get this one, Beatles looking shirt. I saw it. I was like, I'm getting that because it looks dope. But yeah, so Andor, good show. If you haven't seen it yet, if you want to wait till the series or the first season is done and watch it, by all means do so. If you've been watching this though, we've been talking spoilers. So and next week when the new episode comes out, we'll be talking spoilers once again about Andor because I do enjoy the series a lot, and I hope people come around more to it. And like I was saying yesterday on Four Nerds, man, a lot of people who haven't been really feeling it, they're looking for too much, man. You're looking for all of these Easter eggs and shit. This show doesn't have them. It's like literally an original show set in the Star Wars universe. They're not counting on, even though we know that this story comes from Rogue One, they're not counting on that stuff for you to watch this show. They're presenting this like, look at this. Yep. This is this show. This is exactly how the rebellion got crunk or whatever. And so I enjoyed it a lot, and it sounds like you enjoy it. So look, we'll watch it and we'll talk about it weekly on this show. We'll talk about whatever episode comes out and what happens in it. If they do start putting some Easter eggs and shit in there, yes, we'll talk about that as well because it's a Star Wars show. So inevitably, I think some of that stuff might get in there. But I do like the fact that with these first 3 episodes that they released on Wednesday, they stay clean of that, and they just said, look, here is our story. This is why we made this series, for you to experience Andor where he started. And it's right. It's dope, man. It's dope.
Yeah, we're not like Ryan. We're not going to listen to the opinions of other people and just be like, oh, okay, I'm not going to bother with it. No, I'm gonna watch it and then form my own fucking opinion.
Yes. Out there, if you watch the show and form your own opinion, because to me, it's absolutely fabulous. But people might not think the same way as me, but I do love the fact that it doesn't have any callbacks or nothing. It's just straight up like Star Wars. It's almost as if this show came out 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When there wasn't all this other stuff that's happened and it just came out, you'd be like, oh shit, that's dope. So, if you haven't seen Andor, watch it. It's absolutely incredible.
Have you ever seen the canceled concept trailer for what George Lucas wanted to do with the Star Wars TV series?
Mm-mm.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, if you find it, yes.
When I watched Andor, it's like, damn, this is almost exactly like what George Lucas wanted to do fucking 20 years ago.
Star Wars Born of Skywalker. That's what I'm saying, man. It's good to see it without. There's no lightsabers. There's no the mention of the Force. There's another that. Yes, Invisible best. Yes, hey, yo, it looks good, man. It looks so good. Just the streets and everything in it just look absolutely incredible, man.
Okay, so this is like 10 minutes long, so I'm hoping we don't get chopped for it.
Yeah, if so, I can skip through it. Yeah, send it to me.
Yeah. Here you go. I'm set it in private chat. It's a YouTube link. It's definitely got a prequel level vibe when it comes to the effects.
Okay, yeah, I can do it like that. Right, here we go.
What the fuck?
Is this okay? Yeah. All right, so I'm about to pull this up. This is Star Wars Underworld, the canceled Star Wars live action show test footage. All right, let's take a look at this, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Hopefully we don't get clapped for it.
Yeah, hopefully not.
This is test footage too. This is beautiful for some test footage.
Oh yeah, it is.
Surveillance droid reported rebel activity in the area. You two move along. This area is threat level orange. Move along.
Hello. I was sent from Alistair. Thank you. Thank you. We could not have done this without you.
I'm in shock and awe that this is test footage.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Right? And this is like 2003?
Yeah.
So right after Attack of the Clones and right before Revenge of the
Sith, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, if this was supposed to be a TV show, they're probably like, yeah, this is gonna cost too much.
I think that's exactly what held it back. It was going to cost too much, and no network probably wanted to play it. They wouldn't pony up the money for it, I'd imagine.
Especially if it was after. Obviously, the prequel to all of the movies was successful, but the Attack of the Clones was probably like it didn't get the feedback that they were hoping for to push something like this.
Oh, I don't think any of the prequel movies outside of Revenge of the Sith really got a visceral reaction. I mean, well, visceral in a positive way. There was a lot of negativity surrounding the prequel films for a long time.
Bro, just the makeup, the aesthetic of like the garb that they're wearing is
been acquired.
And like, despite the fact you can tell it's very a canceled 2000s pilot, even still, this would have put a lot of shows to shame back then.
Yeah, it would have.
This console has been compromised. On the area and search the vehicle. Alert team 2 of our situation.
We have a ship.
Cruiser class?
Team 2 reporting in.
I think I'm being followed.
Initiate search. Proceed with caution. Let's go. Nobody move. Who is the owner of the speeder outside? Team 1, attempting entry into vehicle.
Damn. Y'all got played.
Yep.
Lockdown.
Just look at that.
That's where I can see them.
I just, man, that is just something else.
Stormtrooper staying
horrible ass aim.
Yeah. All right. Oh, to be continued. Yeah, so I'll stop there right there. Hey, just to make sure. Hopefully we can get clapped for that.
No,
that's dope, man. That's dope. If he hadn't gotten to do that shit back then, whoo, think about where we'd be now as far as Star Wars shows. And that's the thing too. I mean, once we got that ability, once George Lucas sold it to Disney, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna make movies and series and things of that nature." Stuff started coming out, and obviously we saw, the first one, Mandalorian, which was fire, absolutely incredible. You can say what you want about the Book of Boba Fett. There's some mishaps there, but that's why with Andor, I absolutely think it's incredible, man. It's
I just hope somewhere down the line they do physical releases for this Disney Plus stuff, because man, I think keeping it exclusively on Disney Plus is such a, you better keep our streaming service, otherwise you can't watch it. It's like, no,
I you know what, I would. And there's certain things that I probably, and that Book of Boba Fett probably not. Andor though, when that shit's done, if they release that shit in like a 4K little box set, I would be sure. The Mandalorian too, I'd like to own. You know what I'm saying? Physically those stuff, because I'm sure they'll put some extra shit on there. Because there's a lot of, if you have Disney Plus, you watch these shows, there's a lot of extras, like behind the scenes stuff that they put for these shows that they put on there and stuff, which is cool. But yes, I would love to see a physical release, because I do have like pretty much every Star Wars movie that came out, I've got like a physical copy of it. So I'd love to add that to the collection, which is, absolutely dope, man. Yeah, so there's that, man. Andor, like I said, if you haven't seen it, watch it. If you're trying to wait for the season to be over with, watch it. It's
if you're gonna wait for the season to be over, you're waiting like 2 months.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute.
It'll be a quick minute. Yeah.
Some people like to binge it. So that's pretty much all I got, man. Obviously, I do want to talk about the Rings of Power. I did get to see the latest episode today. Phil hasn't watched it, so I'll just give like some generalizations. Obviously, it still looks absolutely incredible. There was there's a shot early on in the newest episode that I paused it just to look at the background. Like, it's a grand shot of like the bay right there. Damn it, I don't know what it's called. I can't. It's where the ships are about to, where the actress who played Amanda Waller, that queen is. I don't know what that place is called, but they show like a big shot.
Oh, in Numenor.
Yeah. They show like a big shot with the water and boats and shit. And if you look way in the background, there's some birds flying there. I was like, who thinks of that? Who thinks to make the birds look absolutely incredible? Like, that's why I just wanted to pause it and look at it. So Rings of Power, obviously people got problems with it. I don't have any problems with it. It's an absolutely good show. Big fan of Lord of the Rings. The show looks like it's leading up to something fire to kick in. And I do enjoy seeing certain characters that I knew about and certain characters that I didn't come in there. But yeah, Phil, whenever you watch it, man, let me know whenever you watch this. Whenever you watch the latest episode of the Rings of Power,
I'm gonna try and get to it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. I don't know. Kind of depends.
It's the usual length. It's about an hour. It's but it's the stuff that happens in it. Obviously, you get to see Elrond's oath to his dwarf friend is fucking challenged. It's challenged, bro. And you'll be like, oh, what's he gonna do? Like I literally that's what if you already don't know me, like that's when I stood up to watch the rest of the episode. Once that oath got challenged, I stood up and finished watching it. I was like, oh, what the fuck is gonna happen? But you'll be pleasantly surprised, but see how it goes. But everything else in the show, there's a couple of scenes. There's a scene where Galadriel goes to train a few of the I don't want to call them knights, just a few of the fighters from that town you just mentioned. She sees the what's the guy's name? Hold on, let me see if I can. I did bring it up here. The let's see, I still can't find his name. The dude whose son got kicked off the boat. You know what I'm talking about? The captain, the one that escorted Galadriel around that place.
Yeah.
And his son ends up getting kicked off so he has this thing where he's training some soldiers for this journey they're about to go on, and then she steps in and says, let me help train. That shit is dope. That's a good scene. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that a bit. I know it just came out today and a lot of people haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to spoil anything, so to speak. So yeah, watch that shit. I didn't watch this week's She-Hulk yet. Probably watch it in the morning.
I did watch that.
Did you? Well, how was it? Was it more the same or?
Yeah. I'd probably say it's more the same. You know how episode 5 ended, right? With the Daredevil helmet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's all I got to say.
All I'm gonna say is it don't expect too much from that with this episode.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I mean, I had fun with it. I thought this episode was pretty fun. There's it completely deviates from what was, because again, this show doesn't it kind of does go in a bit of an order and how things kind of intertwine and come back together. I will say that the end of this episode absolutely informs more of what happened to her when she gets, not assaulted, but when she gets confronted by the wrecking crew and they try and take her blood. There's a bit of a tag towards the end of the episode that absolutely more informs that aspect of it. But other than that, the show this episode is a lot more of the same. Depending on how you feel about the show in general is gonna, mileage may vary. I'm of the mind where this show makes me laugh more than Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I will say that, and it's fun. It's crazy because yes, there are a couple things. Like every episode, there's a couple of things where I'm like, God damn it! Like you know what I'm saying? Like it has some genuine humor in it, and I do enjoy the fact whenever she turns back into her regular self. The show is really self-aware. I think I've mentioned that before. It's really self-aware and it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is why I think I enjoy it a bit more than some of the other shows they put out. And that's even including Miss Marvel, because I enjoyed Miss Marvel. I didn't like the way they ended it. I was mad confused by that, but whatever. But this show, I do enjoy it. So let's see where it goes. And I will watch it tomorrow morning. So I'll be able to talk about that more. And I'm pretty sure Sunday we'll be back with talking about some House of the Dragon.
Oh, dude.
It's the House of the Dragon. This is the Jump episode, baby.
I've been all week. I've played that trailer at least once or twice a day.
Yeah.
Of episode 6. And I'm just like, I want this episode now. I want to see the time jump. I want to see Mommy Rhaenyra and Mommy Alicent. I want to see
that poster that I shared. I don't think they put it on that House of the Dragon shared it on their on Instagram.
Oh,
and
really?
I saw that poster where they're, you know the one I shared where the dragons behind Rhaenyra and Alicent, and it has the eye as cat's paw. It's so fucking dope. That's the best poster I've seen from this show thus far. It's gonna be on the thumbnail when I put that shit out on Sunday. But
and then dope. I sent you a video yesterday before we went on the Four Nerds, and it was the actresses who are gonna play.
Oh yeah.
Alicent. That was beautiful. Where they're just answering fan questions in a broken dragon egg, and they're just going back. That was great.
So it's that's always good to see the cast. And that's even something from the original Game of Thrones shows. The cast has always been fire, like off screen. They, even though you might watch it and then I know one of the times, the first time I ever saw Damn it! My name's just left me. I saw Maisie Williams. I saw Arya's character. Maisie Williams with damn it, Cersei. I saw it with Cersei off screen. I was like, oh shit, they like each other. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so weird to see, like, because on screen they're like, motherfucker, I'll kill a bitch. But it's so like seeing that kind of stuff is always absolutely fun, and it's funny and it's hilarious, and I do enjoy that. So yeah, Sunday's episode, I can't wait, because are they going to start it fresh off with the jump, not even show us the jump, or are they going to start it with like a young, and then all of a sudden, what are they going to do? I have no idea. And also, I thought that they were going to show some of that last episode, and they didn't. And then the next thing you know, the little preview they showed was like, bam, check this out. Next week.
And fucking King Viserys looking like the Crypt Keeper missing an arm.
Oh, man, dude, he looks bad, man. Also,
so ready for Sunday. I'm so ready for Sunday.
We talked about it on Monday for sure, but also, I just can't. And also the line has stood with me since I watched it on Sunday. That line where they're talking to Rhaenyra and they're like, you can get away with this shit one time, but goddamn, all your kids have brown hair. That's fucking, you can't. How do you plan on tricking them?
My dad's calling me.
All right, go ahead. Hey, go ahead. All right, so Phil had to bounce for just a second. I appreciate everybody watching. I'm about to go ahead and close this out, man. If you haven't seen Andor, like I said, watch it. If you want to wait till the first season's done, watch it. You still got a couple months, got a lot of episodes in that season. So it's absolutely incredible. I enjoy it. Black Adam, like I said, I can't wait for that fucking movie to come out. If Henry Cavill is in it, yes. If he's not, excuse me, I'm fucking burping right now. Excuse me, but if he's not in it, still going to watch the movie. Don't really. That's not really have any bearing on it for me as far as watching Black Adam when it hits theaters. Also, I did throw them two up right here. Let me. I never do this, but let me make myself full screen so you can see where I put them right there just for this episode. Just I was like, that'd be dope if that happened in Black Adam. Don't know if that's going to be the case, but we'll see if that happens. But
my fucking dad, dude. I love my dad, but he's just got a knack for just like cool thing, wrong time type of deal.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, I'm on a stream talking to my boy Anthony, talking about some just nerd shit. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. You want to come over for dinner? I was like, yeah, give me like a half hour or so, and I'll be there. But sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. Let's see. What up, Andre? What up, man? Andre has some shit to take care of tonight. He was going to take his soccer practice, I think is what it was, man. Hope soccer practice was fire, bro.
We love you.
Yeah, we do, man. we do, man. Take it easy. But anyway, that's the show, man. A little bit of a short show this Friday, but we have a few topics to talk about, but we did them justice.
Before we go, I'm all cave. I'm in a good mood. Can we address that nonsense from that person?
Oh yeah. Now that you mention that, let's where's it at? Here it is.
I'm in a talkative mood, so let's
go bring ahead. It up, man. Let's bring this up. All right. So this I saw this earlier, right? It's from the DC Syndicate. It says rumor, according to Grace Randolph, Dwayne Johnson is supposedly pitching a Black Adam versus Justice League versus Suicide Squad movie. Maybe the appearances of Amanda Waller, Hardcore Superman, etc. in Black Adam movie leading to this event. Now, I hardly ever bring her up on my show. I just don't. Now, I do like to bring stuff up that makes me laugh. So when I saw this earlier, the first time I saw it, I chuckled a bit like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like on my Friday, I was off, like I said, I was off today, did a bunch of shit, and I was, getting ready to do the show, and I saw this a couple hours ago, and I was like, what is this? Mm-hmm. And so, as far as when it comes to Grace Randolph, obviously you get yourself good old 2-3 pounds of salt because you don't. Most of the time it's just, you already know. I don't have to go into details when it comes to Miss Randolph. So when it comes to this right here, I didn't see where she actually said this. I'm only going off this tweet from the DC Syndicate. What? How?
What? our friend who you just pulled up in the chat, Nicotina,
Andre,
he frequently has a segment on his show, legit
or
bullshit, right?
Yeah.
And I saw this. I was on my break at work. Me and the boys were outside, hanging out, chilling on 15-minute time. Right, I'm hitting my vape, and I see this shit, and I'm just like, that title alone, right? That title alone, pitching a Black Adam versus Justice League versus Suicide.
This is literally. This is probably me as soon as I heard that. This is a load of goals. Because that's exactly what this. Or look, I don't know if you're out here watching, if you believed what she says or whatever. That's fine for you. It was almost. I'm trying. Damn it, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. This is, if somebody sent this to you and you had the same reaction I did, this is me.
Hey, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit, man.
For real, man. I was like, wait a minute. This, yes, Andre says garbage. Yes, garbage, my friend. Garbage. But the thing is, it's like, how? Why? When? Where? Would this ever make fucking sense? Like,
it's so. Oh, 2 of these 3 characters are in the movie, and if this third one is in the character, maybe this can have. Get the out of here with that shit, man. You can't. Warner Brothers will not. I repeat, will not. If they ever decide to do a team-up movie in the next 10 years. It is not going to be this, because number one, this kind of movie would cost more than Zack Snyder's Justice League Part 2 and 3 shot back to back.
You're talking about a fucking production here. This is
you were just fucking out of your damn mind.
Andre said it seems more like a safe call because it involves both Justice League and Suicide Squad. So if the green light either one of those 2 movies, she probably will. Yeah, she'll probably 100%. Like, well, I was partly right, but I was no. I mean. Yes, you're right about the production costs of something like this. This is insane. But why? And I look. I can see how some people, if they believe this, because of the fact that they greenlit a second season of Peacemaker, don't know why, but they did that. And so, like, obviously we know that the Suicide Squad didn't get no box office. People didn't watch it on HBO Max. So like, I don't understand why something like this. If anybody's behind the scenes, they're like, yo, you know what would probably work? Yo, if we put Black Adam, right, The Rock, right? But then with the Justice League and the Suicide Squad, no, none of that even fits. And once 5 minutes has passed in this said movie, and the entire Suicide Squad is dead because they can't compete with anybody in the other 2 teams at all. You're not fucking with Black Adam. You're not fucking with the Justice League. Why were they there to begin with?
This doesn't even make any sense, because one of the initial pitches for a Suicide Squad sequel was Black Adam versus the Suicide Squad. So why bother? Just, if you passed on it once, there's no way they're going to put it back in and then throw the Justice League in there. What?
No.
No.
And also, I don't care what this says. Dwayne Johnson is supposed to pitch. I don't think he's pitching that. If he is, I'll be highly disappointed. But I don't even see, like, what. As much as I think that he's, kind of settled down on like what he said he was going to do as far as like a year or 2 ago when it came to Black Adam or whatever. I don't see this, though. This just doesn't make sense to me at all, man. It just doesn't. And unless they're looking for a movie full of gags is what it would be. Think about that. Think about Black Adam and the Justice League fighting fire, right? Add James Gunn's Suicide Squad in there. Jokes, not making any sense. That turns the whole movie into a comedy. I just can't see any of this being for real. So I'm going to have to say I'll call bullshit on this. I'm sure you calling the same on it. I did like to I'm glad you brought that up because I almost forgot about it. But it's just, I do like bringing up stuff that makes me chuckle throughout the day. And this indeed, it made me laugh. I was like, okay, there's no
Prakash, you're welcome. This was for you, Prakash.
Oh yeah, he did say, Prakash, yeah, man, yeah. But
I mean,
I'm sure hopefully he feels the same way about it as we does. Hopefully he's not like this.
Okay, gentlemen. Fuck y'all.
You know, there is something a little bit more concrete in regards to Black Adam that did get announced today, and that is apparently it's tracking for between $55 to $70 million. We were talking about its potential box office run yesterday. I don't really know how or where those numbers come from because again, ticket sales aren't available yet.
That's usually when those numbers start coming out is when ticket sales are
So the thing to pay attention to is when those ticket sales, when that embargo happens, when they're up for sale, right? Like by that end of that weekend, you should have a pretty good idea of how well that movie is going to do. Now, it could very well, because we've seen exaggerations all across the board every single fucking time a new comic book movie comes out. Oh, Avengers Endgame broke the sales. Oh, Doctor Strange broke the sales. Oh, the Batman broke this. And it's just like, where's the fucking scale here? Because each one of these movies had a very different box office outcome, as we've seen in the past. So I'm just very curious to see what Black Adam's overall box office haul is going to look like, and I'm also very curious to see what its opening weekend tracking numbers are going to be. Because we talked about this yesterday. The scale is in between Wonder Woman 1984 and fucking Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. I personally think it's going to end up in the Aquaman range, where it's going to get anywhere between, again, like what is being predicted, $55 to $70 million. That's kind of where my bar is at for that movie. It could be higher, it could be lower. I'm honestly not too sure. It really does boil down to that first weekend, and if people like it, and if they like it, will they return for it? If they return for it, it might get some legs, a la Wonder Woman style. We shall see.
Yeah, that is 1,000% accurate. So we'll wait for that stuff to come out and wait and see if we get some of that whenever they put the tickets on sale. And obviously, there's some really smart people out there who, within the first few days of the tickets being on sale are going to be able to differentiate between IMAX sales, regular theater sales, and things of that nature to put it in perspective for us who are just looking at it from the outside and going to be like, yo, this is how this looks. And obviously, hopefully, like you were saying, hopefully in the next week we get that, so that like next Friday or next Thursday on 4 Nerds or whatever, we could discuss and talk about what the ticket sales look like thus far going forward. I'm sure we both on the same page. We hope the movie's absolutely phenomenal. Like Superman, whatever. We just hope that the actual movie of Black Adam about Black Adam is actually phenomenal. Like, we're looking for some good shit. I want to see some good action and some good storytelling and some, how does he fit in with all the rest of the shit that's going on around this movie as far as the DCEU is concerned. So, and we'll be looking for all of that. And like I said, we got 2 days less than a month until this comes out. So we'll be discussing it. And hopefully they don't put out another trailer. Don't we've seen enough. Save it. Maybe a trailer, like a little tease, like
do like a 30-second tickets on sale now type of deal.
Yes, that would be dope. That would be dope. That would be
that's my preference.
Yes,
but we'll see.
That would be perfect as far as this goes, because like I said, I've seen a lot of the movie already, and as much as I'd like to know more, I would rather experience knowing more in the theater, watching it opening night, than to see a trailer spoil something for me or something like that. So
now, I'm praying that on the red carpet premiere, some trade or whatever after walking out of that movie doesn't spoil some shit like with Eternals. Now, granted, the Eternal spoiler was so minor and so minuscule. It was about a completely different character who means SFA to the MCU, right?
Yeah.
If somebody on the red carpet spoils anything, I'm going to get the fuck off Twitter for like ever. I don't know. I don't want to see that shit. I don't.
No. I don't want to see any. No.
Like, I'm praying for some integrity here, but my gut tells me that shit doesn't fucking exist anymore.
Especially if so and so is in the movie for real. That's gonna be hard to fucking avoid for sure.
Now, you know what would be a dead giveaway? Is like if it was, say, a Shang-Chi situation or a J.K. Simmons at Far From Home situation. If Henry Cavill shows up at a red carpet premiere of Black Adam, then it's cats out of the fucking bag.
Yeah,
right?
that's which Yeah, it wouldn't be now. J.K. Simmons showing up is a different story because you're like, wait a minute, you ain't been in these movies in a minute. Henry Cavill could try to pass it off as I'm just supporting the movie. I'm supporting my friend Dwayne Johnson.
Danny invited me.
Yeah, Danny invited, but us will be like, nah, motherfucker, we know. But you know, you son of a bitch. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. See. He said that's coming out of the oh man, it probably is
man.
probably gonna and I've always for myself, I've always been like, I'm not staying off social media to avoid spoil because I like fluent social media for other reasons than movies that are coming out. But for something like this, I might have to fucking slide a bit off of there for just a second, just to make sure that I'm not like, because yesterday the picture that came out yesterday scared me, and I thought that was real, and I kind of
out
about that. Yeah.
He said,
he's like, oh,
hey,
it's been back for a minute. Oh, wait, did they bounce us again?
I don't
think they did. But anyway, yo, everybody, thank you guys for watching, man. This has been the show. We'll be back. You know, you'll see it probably Phil too on Sunday. We'll be talking about House of the Dragon, the newest episode. We can't wait to talk about because the time jump, bro. The time jump we've been talking about since episode 1 of the series is finally happening, and I can't wait to fucking see just how they do it. Also, I did see a clip. Did you? Oh man, I probably should have played. There's a clip where it looks like she might birth another baby right in front of Allison, which is ridiculous. Did you see that, Phil?
Which one?
There's a clip where Rhaenyra you know what? Let me find it real quick.
Yeah, please.
It's not really a spoiler because it's been out there all week. Like it literally came out Monday.
Hey,
and I was like,
if it's promotional footage, it doesn't count as a spoiler.
Hey, let's see if I can find it here. Let's see. Yeah, it was here it is. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, it's probably, if you haven't seen this, it's spoilers for House of the Dragon the next episode. But it's very interesting, and they did put it's on YouTube. So I thought it was interesting the way that it ended. So let me know what you think, Phil, man, since you probably hadn't seen this one. But here we go.
A boy. I've just heard.
Yes.
Hold on. Where are you going?
She wants to see him.
Now? I'm coming with you.
I should hope so.
Let me take him.
I shall get no such satisfaction from you.
Just take my arm at the least.
She doesn't look at all too happy about that.
Oh, God.
I took a lance through the shoulder once.
My deepest sympathies.
That don't hurt as much as giving birth, motherfucker.
I'm glad I'm not a woman. What is it? What is it? What is it?
Fuck. Walk.
What could she possibly want? I thought we were past this.
Is she about to drop another child right in front of Allison when they meet her in a second? She said, fuck. Like, and it was like, ooh.
Is she pregnant with twins?
Maybe, dude. That's when I saw that, when I heard her say fuck and she stopped for like that long pause, like, and it literally says on the fucking thing, it says labor pains. I was like, God damn it, you son of Did you see the little caption where it said labor?
Mm-mm.
So yeah, here, hold on. Like it's
that's nuts.
Hold on, let's see.
That is fucking something else. Oh my God.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. When she says fuck, it's so damn ridiculous. Oh. All right, I can't find it. But anyway, right before she says fuck, the caption says labor pains.
Labor pains.
Yeah, so
it could be post labor pains, but you know
could
what?
be.
No, because
knowing Game of Thrones, she's about to drop a child right in front of Allison on the fucking floor and the goddamn whatever. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be wild. So obviously you saw them grown up, and that's insane. So yeah, can't wait till Sunday for sure. And we'll talk about it right after the show goes off. We'll jump on and do some talking about whatever outlandish ridiculousness we see on House of the Dragon this Sunday, man. Phil, as always, I appreciate you jumping through on a Friday show, man. Love the conversation. It's always fire, dude. And,
always a blast, my dude.
Yeah, it is. It is. And we'll wait, what is this? Oh, okay, yeah. All right. So I'll see you guys Sunday night. If you don't catch me on Sunday, Tuesday on it's a replay. If not, then Thursday for nerds, and Friday I'll be back again with this show, and we'll talk about some nerd shit, man. And Phil, we got some stuff on the cover. I'm saving my new Spider-Man t-shirt for said fucking.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I played a little bit of Spider-Man last night, but maybe I'll get to more playing this weekend. But yeah, in case anyone hasn't heard, Superhero Stress has been retired and rebranded into Spider-Man, Spider Sense, a Spider-Man podcast. There we go.
I can't wait.
I can't either. That's going to be a ton of fun.
Yes, but it's going to be fucking dope. All right, so like I said, see you guys in a few days or next week or whenever you guys see me again, and Phil as well. Like I said, Phil, love you coming on, man. Love you, dude, and see you guys later. Peace out.